Okay, this is a far better message, a lot less dense than the first one. I mean, the first one was good because it's waking, you know, their nefarious attempts really served to help somebody magically wake up. So it's, I mean, in the scheme of things, in the bird's eye view, not a bad thing. But when you're in the trenches of that timeline, it doesn't feel the best all the time. Okay, so this energy, what we have is your victory, your success is running head on into the work and the progress that you've been putting in on your journey. Okay, the very Knight of Pentacles journey, slow and steady, and at times you probably felt like you weren't moving at all. At times you were probably looking around, or you may be looking around saying, maybe I'm not on the right path. Maybe this isn't the way that I'm supposed to go, because it just feels like lack of movement. The Knight of Pentacles journey is one where because it's one step at a time, it's very reliable, it's very building each piece, each brick, but it's building brick by brick. It's very slow, and you don't understand the progress that you're actually making until you look back at where you've been, and then you see the distance. Now, if you're newer to your Knight of Pentacles journey, I don't suggest you look back very often, especially at the beginning, because it will feel like you're not moving very much. But when you put your head down and you keep on building and you keep on slow and steady moving on your journey, there will come a point where you will be stopped. You will be directed to look back. It is cold in here today. You will be directed to look back, to take a moment to appreciate and sit in gratitude for the work that you've done. And you will look back and it will be very, wow, I didn't realize how much I've changed. I didn't realize how much I've grown. I didn't realize how different I am, how different I function today than where I used to. And when you are focused on your path, you don't even realize it when victory and success and the tangible results of all of that effort just kind of run head into you, because you're so focused on head down, focused on internal work, focused on your path, and you're not looking for the results. You're not doing it for the results. You're doing it. You're really immersed in the journey. Okay. Now, because you're going to be hit head on with this success, it's almost like it's going to run right into you. It's like when you're in the store, the vibe that I'm getting is like when you're in the store and you've got your head down, you're looking at your grocery list, you're looking at the list of stuff that you've got to grab, and you've got your head on that, and you like bump into somebody, they've got their head, you know, they're looking at their list and not paying attention, and you just kind of bump right in. It's giving that you're going to bump right into it. It's going to be something that you don't expect, and because it's going to be something that you don't expect, it's going to cause a tower. It's going to cause a the realization that you're going to have is going to be foundation shaking. It's going to be a very, wow, life will never be the same after this point. The way that I live, the way that I exist on a day-to-day basis won't ever be the same again. It's like one of those pivotal moments of before and after in your life. And this tower, although towers are often seen as destructive and unwanted, this is something that it is going to shake things up. It is going to rattle the foundation and crumble some things so that so that something better can be put up. But it's going to be something that is going to be welcomed. It's going to be something where I've I've received the imagery before of the difference between a tornado coming in and wiping your land out and having to rebuild, and you being given a sum of money and you're able to renovate your land. It's giving the able to renovate, okay? It's giving that, where you're going to be able to make those changes, not necessarily a tornado coming in and wiping it out. Now, with this success and tower kind of smacking into, it's bringing some kind of anchoring in of a new energy on the way that you move through life, okay? Lately, I've been picking up a lot on a collective that has had a lot of devastation in the beginning of their life, in the first portion of their life. They had a lot of hard relationships, a lot of destructive relationships, a lot of destructive self stuff. They had a lot of karma, a lot of lessons that they were working through, that they were cleaning up. It's like the shift out of that, the shift into having learned the lessons, having cleared the debt, and now you are living in a more free, more prosperous way. It's going to move everything into this energy, into the very grounded and stable and independent energy, okay? And not independent as you don't need anybody, but independent as you can stand on your own 2 feet in your life, and anybody else that is a part of your life, they are an addition to, they are a side dish, if you will. They're not something that is keeping you afloat. They're not something that your stability is hinged on. So if Joe's in your life and he decides to take off and whatever happens and he goes his separate way, it doesn't affect your foundation, because your foundation is built on you. Your foundation is built on the Knight of Pentacles journey that you've taken. And it's the way that, so it's reversed on the screen, but this is like on my side, this is the first card, and this. And your success and your slow, steady journey are running right into each other, okay? And it is changing the trajectory. It's anchoring in new possibilities, new opportunities that change the way that your luck, and I'm using bunny ears, air quotes, because I don't think that it's luck. I don't really believe in luck. I believe in alignment, and I believe in the consequences of our actions, okay? If somebody seems to be having good luck and having all of the things just happening and aligning for them, I don't believe that it's just some lucky thing that's happening. I believe that it's happening for a reason. It's happening because of alignment. It's happening because they are on their right path, whatever their path is, okay? And it's moving this, it's turning the wheel in your favor, destiny, fate, and it's moving you fully into an independent, I just got self-made energy. I'm going to move these up just a little bit and see what else we have for this. This is a beautiful, this is hard work paying off type of energy. And the best part is you're not looking for it. You're not waiting for it. You're not doing it for any kind of material success. You're healing because you want to be better. You want to do better. You want to show up healthier. You want to stop the cycle of passing generational pain down. Or passing pain that maybe somebody that wasn't family gave you. All right, Source, what else do you have about this energy? Please keep out all interfering energies, all energies that mean to stagnate, stop, cause destruction. I don't want them to be able to filtrate this. This is a beautiful message. Can we keep it on this collective that has done this hard work? Don't let the saboteur energy infiltrate, please. Yeah. 9 could be significant. You could be seeing a lot of 9s. What's inner wish fulfillment? You sustain yourself. You stabilize yourself. You are the one that fills up your cup. Your emotional stability is not hinged on someone outside of you. It is hinged on you and the work that you've done. Page of Cups, which allows you to show up in a very childlike emotional state, and not childish as in you're acting in a negative manner like a child, but the curiosity and the excitement, the full open heart that you see with children. Children that are not taught to hate, are not taught to distrust, are not taught to dim themselves before the world or their family kind of dampens them. They're very open. They're very excited. They're very, if you look at toddlers, before they really have all of that dumped on them, you look at toddlers when they start exploring, they get so excited about new things. They get so curious. They want to get into everything. And not because they want to destroy anything or because they know that you don't want them in it, but just because they're curious. They want to explore. They're excited. Every little thing they're excited about. And they go in with this pure, unconditional love, this excitement and curiosity. And it feels like you are able to stand in that because your emotional body and your physical body are not being interfered with by the outside world's fears or angers or hatreds. Like, the outside world is not depicting your inner world anymore. Your creativity may be exploding in new areas as well. Eight of Pentacles in reverse fell under the Wheel of Fortune. What is the Eight of Pentacles, please? Remember, we're keeping out all interference. This is not for the saboteurs. Four of Pentacles, Chariot, and the Star. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. Ah, okay. You're moving out of a place of not being able to put in the work, not being able to master, not having the knowledge or the know-how, holding on to energy that is stalled, that is stagnant, that's Charity in reverse, Four of Pentacles. Holding on to things that didn't have you going in the direction or on the path. That this could very easily be holding on to people that didn't help you progress. Holding on to connections that didn't help you grow. As my cat, hold on. Okay, not letting go, not wanting to let go of energies that kept you bound, that kept you locked in, that didn't let you out and explore. That was my cat scratching at the door. He wanted to go outside. Holding on to things that felt, oh, there's the devil. Things that felt safe. Things that felt comfortable because they were familiar, but things that were not helping you grow, not helping you move anywhere. They were stagnating you. Okay? That's what the energy that you used to be in. You may have been somebody that didn't like change. You may have been somebody that resisted change at all cost. Like you'd rather stay in a really messed up connection than face the unknown of what else is out there. Okay? But you've flipped that. So you may now be somebody who likes change, who seeks out change, who removes themselves from things that are not growing, that are stagnating, that are repeating in cycles. 17, the star. You have moved out of this energy, out of letting go of this energy, letting go of stagnation, and moved into an energy of alignment, an energy of following your intuition, an energy of being tapped into the ethereal and the 5D and the 3D, the ethereal and the material world, being tapped into your emotional body and your physical body, calling in things that were destined for you. Okay, this is going to be a short one. Yes, it's going to be a very short one because the saboteurs want to keep on coming in and butting in where they don't belong. You took back your power, collective. Even when you took back your power and broke illusions, King of Wands and Seven of Cups reversed, even when you had people coming at you that wanted to win at all cost, even when you had people coming at you playing mind games, playing word games, doing everything they could to keep you in an energy of lack, in an energy of less than, in an energy of their stepping stool, of their pet. That's what I'm getting. Their pet. They wanted, saboteurs from the past wanted you to stay in an energy where you felt less than, you felt insecure, so you would allow them to continue to play mind games, continue to create arguments and conflict within your life, within your own mind space, so that they could continue to feed off of your energy, so they could continue to scapegoat you, so they could continue to use you to their benefit while it's destroying you. But you let go of that. You took your power back and broke the illusions of people like that. And that's why you are sitting in independent, emotionally fulfilled, and still childlike at heart. Still able to love and get excited and get curious and create. Creation comes from, in my opinion, from my experience, creation comes from our inner child. And if you do not have a good connection with your inner child, it's going to dampen your ability to create. You may even find that you can't create anything unless you're in like a depressive state, a sad state, like breakups, you create your best art. Breakups, you create your best songs, your best drawings, sketches, because that's when the inner child is coming out, because you're in that heartbreak, you're in that pain, and there's more of that connection. That inner child resonates and is able to kind of be pulled out through that. And then when you're back in your normal state, you don't have such a pull into your creativity because your inner child is now gone, because you don't have, not gone, but suppressed, because you don't have that healthy connection with them to where you can create all the time. If you are a creative and you look back to your childhood before you were really tainted by the world, you will likely see that you could create a lot. I watch my kiddo. She's very creative. She does a lot of drawing, and She does a lot of tech creating as well. She's very artistic in a lot of ways. She does a lot of digital art, but she does a lot of drawing. I think she gets a lot of that from me as I do drawing too. But I've noticed that she is constantly creating, constantly. Where when I look at my creativity, it would come in spurts until I really started getting into inner child work. And then once I started getting into inner child work and building that trust and building that bond with my inner child and letting my inner child know, hey, I'm here, like, you're protected. I'm not picking somebody over you ever again. I'm not going to side with them and make them feel better and push you. Like, we're not doing that. It's you and me, inner kiddo. It's you and me. And once I really started building that connection with my inner child, then the flow of creativity was a lot more constant, like I see with my kiddo, than it was prior to. Okay. So I love this energy. Yeah, they're the people who were coming up against you, especially in groups, 5 of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles reversed. The people that were coming up against you in groups, if you're someone where you're like, yeah, it's great, but like, how come they don't get justice? How come they don't get judgment for what they did? They are. You just don't see it. There's not collaboration and teamwork among those groups, if there ever genuinely was, because most of the time they group up because they don't like you, and that's the only thing they have in common. Imagine being around people that the only thing you have in common with is the dislike of somebody. How nasty the energy has to be in those groups where all you can do is come together and gossip about the collective, okay? They're not thriving in those, and it flipped up right now. They're not thriving in those connections. They're not working as a team in those connections like they painted out to be. Okay? They're not a successful group, while you're creating successful partnerships, teamwork, collaboration. Okay? Don't look too much on what is happening to those who continue to try to haunt and harm your life. All right? They're getting theirs, but because of who they are, because of their insecurities, they're a lot less likely to show. Like, they will hide that at all cost. In fact, a lot of them will disappear and lick their wounds in private and only come back out once they've straightened their life out a little bit, because they don't want anybody to see it. They don't want anybody to know it, or they will paint it as something it's not. Oh no, this is only happening to me because of that, or this is only happening in my life because of that. Like, they will not put it together for what it really is. Okay? People who know they have been doing wrong by others, especially magically and energetically, they will hide the consequences that they are getting because of that work under any and everything they can. They will paint it as something different at all cost, so that they do not have to admit, yeah, my life is spiraling down the toilet, down the drain, because of the nefarious magic that I've been doing on others. They're not going to admit that, okay? It'd take a big thing for somebody that does that stuff behind closed doors at night in their mirror to admit that what has been going on in their life for the last 4 years is due to their actions against others. Yes, I know, yes. Okay, collective, anyway, enjoy the energy that you're in. Enjoy the tower moment. It is going to startle and shock. However, it's going to be a good startle and shock. And enjoy the forward movement, the forward momentum, because from the way this looks, you've got a lot of good things headed your way. All right? Don't let the past and don't let the haters taint it for you. Enjoy it. All right? See them as your fans. Yes, yes, that's what they say. Your fans. I just ignore them. If you need help, guidance, support on your personal journey, feel free to book a session with me. Happy healing.